Namaste. What's going on, people? Happy, what day is this? This is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. What's going on, people? Don't forget, hit that like, share, subscribe. What's the deal? What's the deal? Hopefully, y'all had a good weekend. Um, hopefully, y'all had a good weekend. Um, saw a status that kind of disturbed me a little. No, I'm not going to speak on it. Um, I actually went past it. Um, it's just a real ignorant kind of post, and I'm like, it's crazy because I normally this person I usually agree what they say and then they teach knowledge, but on this post I just can't agree with it. So anyway, who's in here? Okay, namaste, brother Konami. What's up? What's up, Tosh? What's up, Grand Rising Regina Harris? Hey, Anubis. What's up, Sharon? Namaste, Katrina. Surprised to see you here. You know, I'm going to speak on it briefly, but just speaking um let me say this. I'm glad you caught the live too. That's why I was like, damn, surprised to see you, Katrina. But glad to have you always. Always glad to have you. Hopefully, I had a good weekend. All right. Um, somebody made a post about locks and said a very general statement. I'm not even going to repeat the statement. She may see this. But when I was in my 20s, I thought I knew everything too. That's all I can say about that. I thought I knew everything, and you don't know anything when you're in your 20s. I said it. You don't. You really just don't. Some people may get offended at that, but you don't know shit when you're in your 20s. You don't. But I will say this. I will say this. My hair does not stink. They have grown every year I've had them. They require very little maintenance. Okay. Very little. Okay. So I'm seeing people give her the business on the post, but I'm like, I'm staying out of it. Some things I just ain't gonna speak on. So it is what it is. But like I said, when you're in your 20s, you don't know shit. I guarantee you, when you turn 50, 60, 70 years old, when you look back at your life in your 20s, you're like, I didn't know a goddamn thing. You know what I mean? Anyway, um, so uh where should I begin today? Uh Ashe, peace and blessings, brother Oliver. What's going on, everybody? Mm. Ah, good coffee. Good coffee. Did everybody have a good weekend this weekend? Did y'all do anything special? Get laid? Um, enjoy yourselves? Someone in one of the last few lives asked me to speak about Pambajera. Uh Pambajera is part of the Kimbanda system. Okay. I'm not going to speak a whole lot on her. I will say this though. Mm. She is a legion. There's actually more than one Pambajira. That Gira is actually spelled like it's actually pronounced. The G is pronounced like a J. You watch movies, that's what's up. What's up, peace, Kenya? Weekend was the Pisces solar return. We celebrated with friends. Pisces. Okay, that's what's up. That's always my chill time because I go hard in the paint during the week, um, teaching classes and doing client work. So, I want to do a court case spell for C murder and also R. Kelly to get them out. Why? For one, let me tell you about court cases. Court cases are very fucking difficult. Every time I get one, I complain. For one, there's no spell that's going to fix a court case. That's constant working, and it takes months. Okay. And you got to work on multiple people for a court case. Okay. So one teensy eensy little bitty spell is not going to get someone released, especially if they did whatever it was that put them there. Okay. Court cases are complex and they are difficult. So a spell per se, you need more than that. Okay. I was told or I read that C murder actually killed somebody. No sympathy for me. All right, Kelly. He's part of that whole industry thing. I ain't gonna talk about R. Kelly. All right. If you want to do something like that, you need rituals. You need more than spells to do something like that. Let me just put it that way. What's up? Hi, Jamie Haynes. Glad to have you here. I'm not judging. I mean, I guess you have your reasons for wanting them to get out of jail. Me, there's more than one spell that's needed to get somebody out of jail, especially if they were caught. It's just so much to a court case. It's so much, you know. That's why court cases are expensive. No matter which practitioner you go to, court cases are expensive. Okay. That's all I'll say about that. You can try, you know what I'm saying? You can try. I It takes more than one spell though. All right. Pambajira, like I was saying though, Pambajira is a legion. That's part of the Kambanda system. That is one of the ATRs. Okay. Pambajira has more than one incarnation or more than one form. She has many names. The Kimbanda system, two spirits, basically. Whereas Voodoo, Santeria, and Lukumi, and the traditional ATRs, African traditional religions, they have multiple spirits, Loa, and Orishas. Kimbanda is just Exu, EXU, and Pambajira, whoever. Okay. She has multiple forms. She has multiple firmas. All right. Pamajira is the embodiment of the divine feminine in all its forms. Okay. She favors prostitutes and all manner of sexual behavior. Can't say deviancy. There's no such thing when it comes to she everything that sexual Pamajira is with. She's with the shits. You see what I'm saying? So that's basically all I'm going to speak about Pamajira. Um, every time I've worked with her, she's come. Okay, every sigil or veve or firma that I've ritualized, she showed up dreams, highly sexual activity, always a black bra and red panties. Always. I don't know what the hell is up with that, but those are her colors too. Okay. Um, Pamajira she is all that as far as her forms go. But would I work with her? No, I wouldn't. But someone who is trying to snag somebody, she's good. She can help with that, but she can help with a whole bunch of other stuff. Okay. I know a practitioner, that's all he worked with was the Kimbanda system and all of the XUs, because the XU also has many forms and many different sigils and many different babies and many different firmas. Okay. Yes, absolutely. Like Tasha, you would need a ton of mojo to work against justice. Peace, faith, what's going on? What's the difference between a spell and a ritual? A spell is something you do to get a result. A spell is maybe an incantation, some a candle and some incense, and you say something, say your intent, blah, blah, blah. A ritual involves ceremonial magic. Okay. Ceremonial magic. All right. Where you put on a robe and you go through a whole bunch more things, a whole bunch other things. Your altar's full of a chalice and a dagger, and you're doing ritualistic stuff. You're calling the four corners, and you're making your appeal to the spirit, and you're calling the spirit into visible appearance. You know what I'm saying? You're calling in protection. There's a spell is just, saying, I want this to happen. That's it. Ritual puts a little more oomph into a spell. And there you have it. I read a book by Brad Steger. He said he heard the legend of somebody had HIV and the voodoo priest got rid of it in New Orleans. The book was called Real Life Zombies. Okay. That's an interesting name. I hate Atlanta, Georgia, and if you live there. So the Magick got rid of the HIV without that person doing anything at all? If so, that's some strong ass magic. If that's the case, if that's how that happened. So the person who had HIV didn't have to do anything at all. They just called on this voodoo practitioner and bam, it's gone. If you say so. What's going on, Papa Ken? What's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. I mean, is it possible? I don't think so, but that's just me, you know. Let's see. Pambajira. Okay. So this morning, I tried to watch as I was waking up. I have this whole little ritual I do when I wake up because it takes me at least an hour to wake fully up. I let the cats out and walking around, turning on lights and whatever. fixing coffee, turn TV on, Undercover Brother 2. I have totally forgot about this. So somebody had the bright idea to make part 2 to Undercover Brother, which is a classic. I could watch this movie over and over and continue laughing every single time. That's how funny that movie is, Undercover Brother. They decided that they wanted to, just because you make a cast younger doesn't mean it's going to be good. They doing this thing where they trying to remake these movies, classic movies, gearing them to a younger audience. Okay. Without the original cast and selling it to younger people. I've seen it fail over and over again. It's like they don't learn. Hollywood never learns. Okay, Undercover, I didn't laugh. I watched a good 30 minutes of it, didn't laugh once. Not one time did I laugh. Okay? I refuse to see the new House Party. Okay? Some movies just shouldn't be remade, but they want to make that money. That's why they do it. He took a ritualistic bath. I mean, if you say it happened, and I get, I can only take your word for it. A ritualistic bath got rid of HIV. Okay. And I'm not saying that you're lying or you're exact or nothing like that. I'm just, okay. I don't have much to say about that because that's something internal. HIV, something internal. You can take natural herbs to get rid of it and holistic therapy. But as far as magic, I don't believe, me personally, I don't believe that it cures diseases like that without the target doing something on his side, his or her side. I don't believe that. Just my opinion. I just don't believe that. Now, magic is good for a whole bunch of things. Absolutely. That's why this channel was created. But curing diseases, just magic alone, I'm just not buying it. I'm not. Sorry. But again, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Yes, Hollywood is in desperate need of new writers. They want to put LeBron James and everything with his whack ass. You just don't remake these classics, I've never seen The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas being remade. I ain't gonna say I've never seen them. They're not gonna remake Saturday Night Fever. They haven't remade Rocky, even though they got a younger actor to be the focal point. But they need new writers, they need new ideas. You see what I'm saying? That industry is just fucked up, in my opinion, of course. Peace and blessings, Moon Feather Rising. Namaste. Glad to see you, always. African American Maryland Movement. I think I've seen this name before. Is there any magic I can use to help a kid being abused at home? That depends on what the situation is. There's magic for everything. You just got to know where to. Oh, exactly. Konami said, Going with the Wind. They don't remake those kinds of classics. Now, do they? They don't even attempt to. They leave them alone. The noir movie genre, they don't remake any of those. And those are black and white. You know what I mean? But they will remake a black movie, no problem. Always fuck it up too. Undercover Brother 2 was whack as shit. House party. Come on, man. Come on, man. Leave that shit alone. Anyway, I think you would probably have to do magic, holistic herbs, and oil and spiritual baths. I imagine you would have to do the whole 9 years to cure any kind of illness. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I said it 3 times. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you. For any kind of illness, that's correct. Magic alone is not going to cure it. It's just not. I've seen someone thank someone for curing cancer one time. I was like, yeah, right. Whatever. Okay. He cured my cancer with magic. Bullshit. Okay. Bullshit. That's bullshit. I said it. Bullshit. The Sound of Music. Exactly. You don't see them trying to remake that. They'll never remake that. Julie Andrews' voice was one of a kind. They ain't making that. They ain't remaking. They is not going to fuck up a classic like that. They refuse. They're not going to do it. Okay. Magic LaCroix, can you tell Moon Feather she's beautiful? I'm sure you can tell her yourself. But yeah, she is beautiful. But why you can't tell her that? Black Americans against socialists? What's up with these long ass names, y'all? Where y'all coming from? Seriously, African American Maryland movement. I hate Atlanta, Georgia, and you if you live there. And now, Black Americans against socialism. They remade Steel Magnolias? Really? I didn't know that. Magic will probably make it better, but not fully heal the problem. Exactly. You still gotta think chronic illnesses is inside your body. Okay. That's inside. That you have to consciously do something to reverse whatever's going on with you. There's no way that I think magic by itself can cure any kind of cancer. None. It's my personal opinion. Okay. But no, I don't think that. Not at all. And that's the problem. We think magic is to be used for everything. No, it helps a whole lot of stuff, but not everything. All right. Magic will not cure your shitty attitude. If you're an ugly person, what I mean when I say ugly, I don't mean looks. If you're an ugly person, like your attitude is ugly, the way you treat people is ugly, magic's not going to fix that. All right? Magic's not going to fix that. If you've never had any kind of game and you want women to come after you, magic will help. All right? It will help. However, you still got work to do. At least smell good, wash your ass. You know what I'm saying? Start changing some of your habits. You know what I mean? I've actually had clients come to me for that reason. You know, and I had to give them some other tips to do on their end. Okay. It doesn't cure or help every single thing. Okay. True, it can make your life better. But something, you got to be realistic about what you're asking for, what you're asking the universe for. Peace, Swords Witch. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary to who? Absolutely. See what Papa Ken said. Practicality in everything as well as magic. Practicality. I like the way you put that. Okay. Speaking of, do I have any more Javanese spells? You're not going to want to do them. I can give you the book, Faith. You have my email. Email me. I'll give you the book. The book is not a problem. I'm assuming, Faith, that the Javanese spell worked for you. It works for everybody I've given it to. Everybody. So speaking of Hollywood, there's a video that I saw discussed this morning that once you see it one time, you're never going to want to see it again. Remember, they will put the worst out on melanated people and it will sell, and it will be viewed millions of times, because this short video, it's about 20 minutes long, not even half an hour, 20 minutes long, is now up to 3.2 million views. It came out over 10 years ago. It's a YouTube video. It's one of the most disturbing videos I have ever seen in my life, ever. And because it's about so-called Black people, I believe that is why it's been viewed so much. Of course, things like this go on in the so-called Black community. Of course, of course. But that's no reason to put just showing us in this situation. The director was white. Of course. Of course. Of course. So y'all ready for the name of it? I'm sure some of y'all have seen it before. Well, I don't want to see it. Once in a while, some people magic be crazy strong. Yeah, once you build up your practice from years of doing it and experimenting and practicing, yeah, it becomes strong. Magic works. The more you put into it, the more you get out of it. Like I've spent, and I don't mean to keep using myself as an example. I'm not bragging when I say this, but I put 26 years in. 26 years. So I've spent thousands of dollars on books alone. Okay. Ritual equipment and learning and, reading countless hours and experimenting and getting the worst of shit. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and say I am the best example that I know of when it comes to that. By the way, I have on red today. Today is the day of Mars. Must be a mind programming thing. No. Yes, after a while, you don't have to work in the matrix. Papa Ken said that Javanese book is his absolute favorite. In Israel, when they rebuild Solomon's temple, they're going to be doing a lot of magic in there using the Kabbalah to protect the state of Israel. Okay. Wait a minute. Black American Mid-Atlantic Movement? All righty. So the name of this video I'm about to tell y'all about, I'm sure y'all seen it before. I know y'all like, damn, Magick, what the fuck is the name of it? The Strange Thing About the Johnsons. I only needed to see that one time. Damn, I kicked the camera. The Strange Thing About the Johnsons. I guarantee you, if you see this, you are not going to want to see that forever again. If you've not seen that, it is now up to 3.2 million views. 3.2 million. I know somebody in here has seen it. You don't want it in your you don't want it in your memory? Okay. Your spirit had a door pause. Right. You remember seeing it and couldn't take it? Yeah, it was one of those. Peace and Blessings, Elegant Granny. Yeah, it was one of those. The Strange Thing About the Johnsons was one of the worst movies ever made, besides The Color Purple. Oh. The Strange Thing About it is still on YouTube. Still, short story. One of the most disturbing things I've ever seen in my life. Okay. No spoilers, please. Anyone who has seen it. I know people will go, the people are gonna run and go see it. So no matter what we say here, somebody's gonna go see it. Oh, you skipped through it, Katrina? Yeah. Yeah. Strange thing about the Johnsons. I was like, why is this even allowed on here? You know, um, one of the actresses, the one that plays the mother, I don't remember Beloved, Tosh. I don't really remember that movie. I don't. Um, so I'm starting to think this name is a troll. Black American Mid-Atlantic movement. They had a better botanical stores compared to Texas. Would I care? To be honest, would I care? Oh, it is a full moon. Thanks, Sharon. It sure is. Your nephew sent you that movie? This is why some of my children in school are messed up. This actually happens. Yeah, I that but that's what I said. I said it's not like these things don't happen in our communities. I I said that before I said anything about it. I said, these things, yeah, they do happen. Okay. Just you're not going to see, I shouldn't say that either. So forget I said it. See it if you want to, you know. Um, yeah. See if you want to. It might you may get something out of it. How did your nephew, Elegant Graham? I'm curious now. How did your nephew send it to you? I think it's on YouTube still. Excuse me. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. 3.4 million views 6 years ago. 10,474 comments. One up, by the way, if you follow Serious Times Media, one of Bobby Hemmitt's best lectures ever is on here. Well, I see part of it. It's like 40 minutes, the part that I'm seeing. But that Black mystical agenda, there'll be times if I have to do a lot of running around and run errands, I'll listen to that one because I still have an iPod. I'm kidding. Say one part of the movie. Nope, I am not. I am not going to spoil that for anyone who wants to watch the movie. I'm sorry, it is 29 minutes. 29 minutes. I tell you what, swords, roll a fat one and smoke it and watch it. I stopped watching trauma movie. That's what I'm talking about, Katrina. Oh, he sent it through YouTube. Okay, okay. Okay, Faith, you saw it too. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's trauma porn. For sure it's trauma porn. It is, you know. But it goes to my point that everything that's bad, that our worst behavior is always displayed. Always. Look at Love and Hip Hop. That shit ain't got nothing to do with hip hop. Nothing. Or the Housewives series, or you know, every time you look, even when they're just advertising, all they doing is fighting. Artificial hair flying everywhere. No, thank you. Come on, Source. You, out of all people, I would expect that you would actually watch. It's disturbing. It is, but things like this do happen in the community. You're not gonna have a weird dream. I doubt it. Don't um don't forget the title of this is word salad. What do I mean? A lot of people I've seen have large followings, not based off their knowledge, but based on how they present it. Okay. Anybody can sound like they know what the hell they're talking about. All right. I just wanted to say, be careful. As I'm always warning you, be careful. Be careful of who you're following. Okay. Just because somebody uses word salad, don't mean they know what they're talking about. They are banking on the fact that they know most people are not going to read. And just because a word sounds quote unquote fancy can mesmerize an average person. Okay. Never heard of trauma porn? Oh, that's what I call it. I call stuff like that in that series called They and Roots. Anything that shows that they can garner a traumatic response, an emotional response. That's trauma porn. This is why they always showing slave movies. They know that most of Black America has fallen for that narrative that we came over here as slaves in boats, in chains, and that deep down we are inferior to the European. Most people have bought into that. Okay. So when they show these slave movies, Black people get these emotions. They want to go out and kill people. You know, they want to react. Like, how could they do that to us? Blah, blah, blah. All that shit's a lie, though. But they do it every year, right around Black History and throughout the year, too. But, you know, you'd rather watch a horror movie? It's horror, yeah. I try to stay away from drama TV shows, but I still like some scary movies. I'm a horror movie buff. I love horror movies. Like The Exorcist, I watch that every year. Phantasm, I watch that every year. The Omen, I watch that every year. Carrie, I watch that every year. It's not a horror movie. It's about abuse. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to give it away, so you got time on your hands, watch it. Right. That show They. I heard that they actually show this sister being raped on the show. That's trauma porn. Why would you watch that? Why would you watch slave movies over and over and over again? Okay. I don't watch slave movies. It's trauma porn. That's what I say. It's trauma porn. But we have a habit of watching all that shit. I used to be addicted to the hunting TV show. I remember when I went through a strong spiritual attack. I use methods that the mediums used in the hunting TV shows to fight off the demons. Okay. Faith, yes. Phantasm is a cult classic. Rosemary's Baby, I watched that the other day. Absolutely. I will watch all that every year. All the horror classics, Hellraiser, all that. Hellraiser. Yeah. But for people who like to speak like this, if I was to say, start talking like this, we have the trope of individualism or synchronatic expression of different psychonauts. Or the aerial assault of chemical compounds to porous assimilation. How would y'all feel if I started talking like that? The masses' inclination towards sensationalism of pop culture. Me too. I watched the Hellraisers as a child, but Jeepers Creepers. I didn't like Jeepers Creepers. I didn't like that them. I didn't like the concept of that. I really didn't. I don't. What's going on, Ogun, the Warlock Oozly? Ashe. I'm gonna be like, next, right, exactly. The masses' inclination towards the sensationalism of pop culture or crossing the singularity in technology, causing the emergence of Android pro-life. You got some people out here that's teaching people and speaking just like that. Right. You would have to get a dictionary or Google everything I say. There, I promise you, I see it every day. I see it. And I see them have a large following, people who speak like that. Okay. There are millions of people out here on social media. Okay. I'm not saying you have to dumb down what you say, but make it simple so that everybody can understand what you're saying. The reptilian modalities and cosmic intelligence towards the ultimate Lovecraftian survival tactics. The alchemical processes, Kraulian ritualistic and tantric practices hidden from the masses. The preliminary psychological lies towards the secretion of cerebremic functions. She said, Tosh said, I see you using that thesaurus expeditiously. All right. Yeah. And Faith said, no. No, you know what? I never seen Blair Witch 2. I saw the first one when everybody saw it. But I like Pray for the Devil. I like it, but I like the original. Chucky, oh, I love Chucky. The original, the first two. Chucky was about voodoo, actually. I like to put protection spirits in dolls to protect my house and children. Get the dictionary, Alfred. What's going on, Cosmic Chaos? Okay, so we had the trope of individualism, you know, the synchronatic expressions of different psychonauts with the aerial assault of chemical compounds to porous assimilation. The masses' inclination towards the sensationalism of pop culture. The crossing, the singularity in technology causing the emergence of Android pro-life, when I could just fucking say they're trying to replace humans with androids. So, Dr. Phil Valentine's the only person I could listen to talk like that. The series shows, I was wondering about Chucky if that was all right. Drag Your Soul to Hell. Drag Your Soul to Hell is pretty goddamn good. To be not a classic, but more of a modern horror, that is a good damn movie. Drag Your Soul to Hell. I love that movie. I watched it not that long ago. Also, The Thinning Man. Do you mean Thinner or The Thinning Man? Do you see my text? Your text? I guarantee y'all, I'm poking fun at it because having a broad vocabulary myself, because I read just that much, I understand what these people are saying, but there are just simpler ways to say these things. All right. These people who I see doing this just want to make you think they know what they're talking about. So they'll speak like that in order to gain an audience and to get attention. For most part, it works. I'm just saying, look deeper if you follow someone who speaks that way. Oh, God. Just be careful. As with everything, be careful. Okay? As with everything, be careful. There are a lot of shysters and scammers out here who are willing to take your money for nothing at all. Okay? Oh, yeah. You're talking about Thinner? Yeah. What was the book I mentioned earlier? The Javanese book? Is that what you're talking about? Yes, we see your text, Moonfeather. You said the last thing you said was the door pause is on fire today. I appreciate you saying so. It was on a particular pantheon, the book you read. Kimbanda Pambajira is who I was talking about. I need to read more. I barely read. Everything I know how to do spiritually is by dreams. Some people, that's how they learn. And remember, Azazel Bay has always said that your dreams at night are your classes. That's when you have classes. This is why I put so much stock into dreaming at night. Okay? Magnesium. Remember, magnesium is responsible for 300 biochemical processes in the body. See how simple that was? 300. So it's important for a lot of stuff. Take magnesium supplements if you can. It will help you dream at night. Then you have the dream herbs. You have gotu kola. You have the Mexican dream herb, Calia Zacatechichi. Zacatechichi. You have that one. You have a whole bunch of South African herbs that help you meet with ancestors. Okay. I like to dream every single night. I know Swords Witch does. She be like, I just got back off that. The astral realm, it was off the hook. Research shows that the average person has a 7th grade reading comprehension. So to reach more people, it is best to talk on a level folks understand. That's exactly my point, Faith. That's exactly my point. You know, most people, and I hate to say this, but most people are not that smart. Most people don't like to read. I'm not just talking about just melanated people. I mean, people in general don't like to read beyond a meme. You know what I'm saying? So me saying the reptilian modalities and cosmic intelligence towards the ultimate Lovecraftian survival tactics. What I just said. You know what I mean? Speaking to a general audience like this, I try to keep my language as simple as possible. You know what I'm saying? Bird Dog, the Krypton Ronin, what's going on? Oh, um, evolution in disguise. I was talking about this particular system right here called Kimbanda. Kimbanda. You should be dreaming every night, though, people. Every night. You should be dreaming every single night. Remember that statistic. You spend a third of your life dreaming. If you live to be 75, 25 of those years is dreaming, period. That's it. Okay? I take magnesium at night, magnesium threonate. I take 3 at night, along with tart cherry juice, passion flower, 5-HTP, L-theanine, and valerian root. That's my astral travel dream cocktail. Okay. Also, to wrap this up, what was I going to say? Movies that show who, how do I say this? The people behind the CI and the FB they put it in movies. You know, they always put it in movies. Okay. There's a couple different movies you can see to see who's responsible, who's behind that kind of intelligence. For one, Will Smith is in. It's called that's about more about the NSA though. It's still a great movie. Enemy of the State. But you also got Sicario. 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 Okay. You got the movie Conspiracy Theory by or starring Mel Gibson and Julia Roberts. Also, Professor X is in it. I can't remember his name. The guy who plays Professor X. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yes, magnesium is key. Absolutely. Eagle eye. You see what Konami say? Eagle eye. When I read, I don't understand a book most of the time, but then I'll dream about what I need to do spiritually and I'll do it, but I don't understand when I'm reading something. That's interesting. That is interesting. You dream about it. One more tells you who the CI, who's responsible, who's behind it. Remember, I'm only going to say so much on this platform. It's just, I'm not going to make myself a target here. Sons of Anarchy. Sons of Anarchy. Sicario. Conspiracy Theory. Eagle Eye. I'm not sure about White House Down. Konami may be able to tell you more about that one. Not sure about that one. Um, there's so many though. Oh, rest in peace. Rest in peace. Let's say rest in peace. A moment of silence for Trugoy the Dove of De La Soul has passed last week. Also, Tom Sizemore has passed. Tom Sizemore. You've seen him in a lot of movies like Black Hawk Down. He was in Enemy of the State. He was the mobster. Uh, the movie with Woody Harrelson and Juliette Lewis by Oliver Stone. What's the name of that movie? Yeah, Patrick Stewart. Thank you. That's it, Patrick Stewart. I love reading too. You know what I'm saying? Oh yes, law-abiding citizen. Y'all, that's why I tell y'all, go to Konami school. It's free. It's on Telegram. He puts in a lot of work. He puts in a lot of things that will have you be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Konami's Code and Gematria School. That's the shit. That's the place to be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What was the name of that? Natural Born Killers. He was in that. He was the detective that was chasing them. He's put in a lot of work. So rest in power to these two. And De La Soul, I've been following them since they came out. So, all right. I hope y'all have a good rest of your day. Be careful of the word salad, y'all. The word salad, just hearing these big words, these so-called big words, that makes people gravitate towards these people. You should always know your audience, but if you can reach the masses, know that a lot of people, like Faith said, 7th grade reading comprehension. So be careful. A lot of people are in this to take your money. Okay? So y'all have a good rest of your day. Absolutely, Konami. Absolutely. Yes, an intelligent villain. I'm with you on that, Tosh. I'm totally with you on that. Absolutely. Faith. You're very welcome, Jamie. Thanks for joining me, Tosh, Elegant, Konami, Moonfeather, Ron, and Faith, Swords Witch, Katrina, Cosmic Chaos. Did I say Moonfeather? Moonfeather. Swords Witch, Papa Ken, Elegant Granny, Ogun, Sharon, Katrina, everybody who came to this. I'm not gonna name everybody. So thanks for joining me. I will see you again later on this week. As always, there's only one me. This guy, Magick LaCroix. And with that, I'm out. As always, namaste. Peace.